Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm doing a portrait coloring tutorial, and I'm doing one because I haven't actually done one in a little while, and I thought it was time I did some more editing tutorials. I've done a lot of vlogs lately and tried to do a lot of behind the scenes of my photo shoots because I feel like that's what you guys want to see a lot of the time, but tonight I'll just focus on doing more of an editing tutorial. So this one is from my recent project, photography project that I've been doing called, well, I haven't really thought of a proper name for it yet, but at the moment it's kind of under the title of Forgotten Fairy Tales. And I'm going to be speaking about this probably in more depth, probably in a future vlog. Hopefully I'll get that up sometime soon, because now that I've done the first photo shoot in the series, I can talk about it a little bit more and what the concept behind it is. But anyway, I'm going to do this editing tutorial tonight on this particular photo that I did take as part of my project recently. And I'm just going to show you guys how I got the colors in that photograph. And it's not going to be a really in-depth editing tutorial because I do have more of those planned for the future, but this one will just focus more on coloring. So first off, we're going to bring up a solid color, and just keeping in mind that for this photograph I wanted it to be quite feminine and very pink toned, purple toned. I wanted it to very much look very pretty, and kind of have a bit of inspiration from the florals that were used on the day, and those were the colors that I was trying to work into the photograph. So the first solid color that I'm going to add is 461851. And we'll press OK. So that's a really vibrant purple color. We're going to set that to lighten at 25%. So if I click that on and off, you can see what that's really done, and that's already given the image quite a pink looking tone and really filled in the shadows of the image by setting it to lighten. So the next adjustment we're going to make is to do with curves. So we'll bring an adjustment layer up with curves. And I'm going to start off by mapping some points out. So first off, we've got 0 and 0, which is the first point. The next point will be 46 and 48. And then the next point will be 110 and 107. And the next point will be 200 and 189. And then the last point will just be 255. So we're just creating a soft S-curve in curves and just adding a little bit more brightness to the image. So as we can see, just by clicking that on and off, we have created a little bit more contrast. And while still in curves, so we've just change the RGB channel of that. So we're going to move on to the red channel this time and make a few adjustments. So the first point will just be 0 and 0, which is already there. The next point will be 69 and 71. The next point will be 139 and 137. And then the last point will just be 255. So we've just added a little bit more redness into the image and just started to warm it up a little bit. Now we'll move on to the blue channel in curves. And we'll make a few more points. So the first point we're going to move up to 7 and 0. The next point will be 51 and 50. The next point will be 179 and 178. And then the last point will be 247 and 255. So by adding that blue channel, or by adjusting it, we've actually managed to cool the image down just slightly and given it a little bit more of a softer feel overall. So now we're going to move on to selective color. And we're going to adjust the reds, just the magenta to -1. We're not going to make a huge adjustment there. It's just to bring down some of the more reddish tones in the image, just slightly. Then we're going to move on to neutrals. And we're going to set cyan to +2, just to bring out the blues in the image a little bit more. We're going to set magenta to +1 in the neutrals, so this will change the overall look of the image pretty much. And then we're going to set yellows to +1 as well. Okay, and then we'll move on to blacks. And for cyan, we'll go to -5. So just in the shadows, we want the blues to come down just a little bit more. And magenta will move to -1. And we'll put the yellow to +4 just to even out the image coloring a little bit. So if I click that on and off, we've just kind of evened out the image slightly, taken away any really strong coloring from the image. But we're going to add a few more colors this time, and it's going to change the look again. So the next solid color we're going to add is going to be 41485A. I'll press OK. So it's kind of like a steely blue color. We're going to set this one to soft light at 18%. So if I click that on and off, it's given the image a little bit more contrast while still keeping with that bluish kind of soft theme. We're going to add another solid color now. And this one's going to be A4A-OC6. I'll press OK. That's kind of more like a lavender color. We're going to set this one to color dodge. And we're going to set it to a really small soft opacity, so 4%. Because color dodge usually tends to be quite a strong adjustment. So we're just going to click that on and off. It's giving the image overall brightness and filling in a lot of the highlights with that lavender color. And then we're just going to make one more final adjustment and bring up levels. We're going to give the image a little bit more contrast, so we'll move the shadows over to 3. We'll leave the midtones at 1. And then move the highlights to 247. And that has just given the image a little bit more contrast, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see that more. So just giving it a little bit more depth overall. Alright guys, now I'm going to do a before and after. So this was the before, and that's the after. I didn't want any of the tones to overtake kind of what was already going on in the image, because we did have quite a bit of styling and different colored makeups, and yeah, just kind of like I wanted to enhance the photographs without overpowering with tones. So I didn't want to go overboard this time, and yeah, it was just keeping in with the fairy tale kind of theme, keeping the tones kind of soft for this particular series of images. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I will hopefully be doing more videos soon. I have to probably step away from the requests for a while because I've already got so many already that I need to do, and unfortunately I haven't had a lot of time over the last few weeks to be filling in those requests. So hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to get some of those done and get more videos done, because I know I did say I was going to be doing 3 videos a week, and at the moment I think I'm managing to get up maybe 1 or 2. So I'm going to still aim for that, but we'll see how we go anyway. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I will hopefully have some more up soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!